Hey, what is up everybody and welcome back to Mass Effect Andromeda. Today I'm going to show you an absolutely overpowered build that I've been rolling with for the past week. I've even completed the entire story mission just using it. It's so face roll and so insane, you melt even the toughest enemy in a matter of seconds. It's seriously insane. So today I'm going to show you what it is all about, what weapons, armors and skill points you will need, and of course what augmentations and mods you will need in order to take advantage of it for as much as possible. So let's go ahead and do it right now. First of all, I just want to say that the bread and butter for this build are the bioconverters. The bioconverters are very important for this build, so make sure to craft weapons with that specific augmentation. What the bioconverter does is that instead of needing to reload your weapon, it will now tap into your HP. So every time you deplete your clip size, instead of needing to reload, you will just have some damage done to your HP. But because it taps into our HP, we will need to take advantage of abilities and passives that mitigate that, and even more so that overcome it. So we're going to go over the abilities that we will need, because we will need abilities in combat, biotics and tech. So let's go ahead and start with tech, because this is the most important one of them. Team support is what you want to pick the first, because life support is what we need from here. Life support provides health regeneration bonus of 200% and health regen cap of 50%. Really important, because there isn't much health regeneration into the game, well, unless you want to go and hunt for those little boxes which give HP back, but that is really not an option here. You just want to go in, kill enemies and be out. You don't want to stay and search for HP regen. Trust me, this is what I currently roll with, and I think this is the best one. We're also going to use energy drain with this build and incinerate. We need these two because they work very well with this build, especially energy drain. It also acts as a combo detonator. It replenishes your shield, so make sure to grab it up. Incinerate, I'm just going with the most amount of damage here, and of course the most amount of spread damage. So specifically speaking, rank 4, I'm going with this ability over here, which basically spreads the ability in a 2-meter radius, and the 6th ability, which launches 2 projectiles at the same time, not just one. So in a group of enemies, you will affect a lot of them with just these two. And if you go ahead and use either energy drain or the next skill that I'm going to show you, you're going to detonate a lot of enemies at the same time. Not only that, but when you kill enemies using attack ability with this build, you will also regen a portion of your HP and your shield. So because incinerate can be spread on so many enemies, you will just get a lot of HP regen back. You will just completely overcome any damage you will receive from the bioconverter. Also pick offensive tech if you want to. It reduces the cooldown, increases the damage of tech abilities, really makes them that much stronger. But one of the abilities that I'm really good here is the weapon damage bonus 30%. Really important for the weapons that we will use. Biotics, again, go for the passives. As I've said, we heavily rely on our shields, barrier being one of them, and you know, just go for everything that gives you bonus to your shields, bonus to your regen shields. Also going to offensive biotics and containment to make everything that much powerful and useful. The active ability that I'm going with in biotics so far is Shockwave. Shockwave is easy to use, is really fast, has a low cooldown, and you can just spam it with this build. You can go ahead and increase its area of effect damage, and therefore it will affect many enemies at the same time, because as I've said, if we spec into incinerate, we will affect a lot of enemies, and both energy drain and Shockwave will act as combo detonators. If you spec into the 6th ability of Shockwave, it will make it so that every enemy affected by Shockwave will also be primed for detonation. So you can potentially go ahead and do an incinerate damage, detonate it with Shockwave, and you can use energy drain, which again detonates it again. So you can just go and do fire detonation, biotic detonation, and recharge shield. That is so insanely overpowered. Everything you will die. That is a lot of AoE damage. As for single damage or single target damage, we will rely on shotguns and sniper rifles, specifically the Dan shotgun and the Ray sniper rifle. Obviously, I'm going with bonus damage here for the shotgun and the sniper rifle. 20% damage bonus to shotguns, again, super important. Sniper rifles as well. Just copy my build over here and you should be alright, but you can go ahead and tweak it if you want to. This is what I personally found to be the best. Combat fitness, again, super important because it also gives us bonus to HP, health, and health regen. Of course, it also increases low health damage resistance to 100. This one, just in case you lose your shields, you will be able to survive at low HP. The weapons that you will need, as I've said, is a shotgun, specifically the Dan shotgun. I've named mine the Violator because that is what it does. It just violates every enemy that it's put against with. So it does currently 1300 damage and it's only like level 6 or so. I think there are 10 levels and I don't even have the best augmentations put on and not even the best mods. I still have a lot to go, but 1300 damage base damage plus the bonus that you receive when you use tech and biotic abilities will probably increase it to like what, 2000 damage per hit. That is just insane, dude. Ray is even more powerful than that. Ray, the sniper rifle, is currently the most damage dealing weapon in the game. It does so much damage, is insane. The armor that I'm currently using is the Cat Unity armor, or you can go with the Cat Fusion armor. I think that is the upgrade of it, but Cat armor gives plus damage bonus to weapons. Again, really important. You can change this one and swap it with the Remnant armor. Remnant armor increases the defenses. That is more important on insanity difficulty in scenarios in which, let's say, the enemy do a lot of damage and you don't get the chance to regen that much. So make sure to go ahead and pick either Remnant or Cat armor, but seriously, you can pick any of those two. You can even pick the N7 armor because at higher levels, when you get a lot of skill points, it won't really matter anymore because you will just destroy them in seconds. Yeah, as for the profile is again really important. I'm rolling with the Sentinel. The Sentinel increases combat damage, recharge speed of abilities, and of course it increases power restoration and defense. But not only that, but it absorbs significant amount of damage that gets past your shields. That is really important because even if you lose your shield, you won't be really overexposed or anything. You will still be able to survive, and that is the bread and butter for this build. Do as much damage as possible and survive for as much as possible. The fusion mod that I'm going with, and I will suggest you to do the same, is the fusion mod of Adrenaline. It's not that hard to find, but you'll have to complete a puzzle, and you can go ahead and search it on the internet. It's really easy to find. It gives me on kill damage, recharge all active powers. This is very important. That means that when I kill an enemy, not only do I regen my HP, but I also have a full reset of all my active abilities. But yeah, if you have any similar builds that you want to share, maybe you found a different overpowered build or something that is really cool, make sure to go ahead and post it. I'm really interested to see what other people come up with because there are a lot of potential crazy builds that you can do in Mass Effect Andromeda. So yeah, make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time, so peace out.